Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. A happy Friday to you all. Happy December 1st to you all. Holy smokes, we are counting down days until 2024. And I'll be 27. Oh my goodness. Anyways, this is half 2 of the album listen for ATEEZ's brand new studio-length album, The World episode finale, Will. We checked out the first half of the album. On part 1 of the album listen, we did We Know, Emergency. We skipped over Crazy Form because, of course, we've spent a long amount of time on it on the MV. Arriba, Silver Light, My Beloved, and finishing off with Crescent Part 2, the little interlude song. So, this half, we have Dreamy Day, and then the unit songs, MATZ, It's You, Youth, Everything, and then the finale song, Finale, Will. So, let's get started. I'm assuming most of you have come over from the first half anyway, so I'll save you the admin stuff. So let's just get it stuck in right quick. DJ, roll the intro. Once again, lyric videos provided from the ever-reliable Zatifarani. Show them some love. I'm pretty sure you all know who they are anyways. So, track number 7. This is Dreamy Day. Lyrics by Eden, Olander, MATZ, Pepperoni, Olive, Hongjung, and Mingi. Composition, Eden, Olander, MATZ, Hongjung. Hey, the first member composition credit. Pepperoni and Olive. Arrangements, Eden, Olander, Hongjung, MATZ, Pepperoni, and Olive. Very busy music team today. Here we go. Already, this is a very different start from compared to the first half of the album. There's like a playfulness to it. You know, again with the head voice flip, just like off of Crazy Form. I'm glad we got something a little bit lighter, because this has been a really intense album up until this point. Taking it down, Hongjung. I think you're bringing the energy this time. This song, especially after Crescent Part 2, which was such a nice palate cleanser, very lovely. You get the nice lightness of it. I hear that build. He's still going up there. Having Jungho's little ad-libs with Yeosang's lower tone, love that contrast. That's just a nice pop song. I love that. It feels very friendly for an ATEEZ song, and I think that's the charm about it, is the fact that it's not the loud car speaker breaking, bone shaking, heavy song of the first half of the album. It's one of those ATEEZ songs where you can just pop on, relax, and really just enjoy it for what it is, a nice, light pop song, and that's very nice. Even though, I mean, light is kind of a subjective thing, isn't it? Because compared to other groups who, like boy groups who do that light sound, this is very much a heavier sound, but compared to other ATEEZ tracks, this is very much a light pop song, which is very nice to listen to. And it's so refreshing to hear something like this after, the onslaught that was the first half of the album. And I think it's nice that we got something a little bit different to start off the second half. I think it chose a really good place to start the second half too. Like Dreamy Day it's easy. It's really simple to enjoy. Anyone can enjoy it. And it's got certain traits of it being an ATEEZ song, but for people who associate like intensity with ATEEZ, this is going to be a nice little refresher for them. I like it. I like it a lot. In fact, there were certain parts in that where I was debating if... So, for reference, from the first half of the album, Silver Light is taking the crown for B-side of the album for me at the moment. That is so me-coded, it's not funny. There were parts during Dreamy Day where I was considering, could Dreamy Day possibly come up with an upset victory over Silver Light? I don't think so. But Dreamy Day is it's that un-ATEEZ-ness, or it feels like Eternal Sunshine type ATEEZ. Very nice, very nice. And I'm glad that balance is there too, because if that song wasn't there, I feel like this album would be so heavy. Although, admittedly, we still have the unit songs to get through. Speaking of, track number 8, Ow, which is probably what these two are going to do, is they're going to eat. Hongjung and Songhwa, or Songhwa and Hongjung, with the song MATZ. Lyrics by Hongjung, Songhwa, composition Hongjung, Pepperoni, Olive, Eden, Olander, arrangement Hongjung, Pepperoni, Olive, Eden, Olander. Let's get into it. Looks like we're starting off right away too. Wash your way, oh, make it rain now. Wash your way, oh, make it rain. Wash your way, oh, make it rain now. Oh. Prepare thy... My boy, breathe. Please. When I said bone shaking, or speaker rattling, bone shaking. Also, where are we going with this? Oh, what? Yes, you are. This requires the deepest stank face. It's man. In fact, I feel like I've been stank facing too much. My mouth hurts. fire, we are mad. I love that as that chorus progressed, it just got sassier and sassier and sassier.
Drop that.
We're going straight to the breaking news concerning the two men that disappeared after the fire set on stage due to arson. Where are they?
Where did this come from? Mad Geek Squad are gonna make a lot of money on this song. Holy smokes. If your speakers survive the first half of the album, no chance of surviving this. Oh my god. And you know what? There is a part of me, I don't think I ever said it, but there was a part of me that was thinking if we were going to get a rapper song at some point, mainly because I'm pretty sure in Bouncy he had more of a rapper role, and he's more than capable of doing so. So, I mean, he kind of went off on this, and I'm tired. That song feels like I just went through like 5 rounds in the boxing ring. I don't box, by the way. I don't know if you could tell, but I don't box. That's nuts. I'm so curious to hear what people thought about this, because if your ears and if your brain is not melting out of your ears at this point, oof, props to you, because that is bonkers. That is absolutely ludicrous how just out of the box they came. Like this, they came out of the gates swinging with an intent to kill. That is... I'm tired after that. Like, my face is tired because I had a permanent stank face on the entire time. My brain is tired because it's been overloaded with information. My back is tired because I've been sitting here for too long and I need to move. But damn, I can see why MATZ is getting a very positive reception. Okay, next unit song. It's You, track number 9, featuring Mr. Yosang, Mr. San, Mr. Wooyoung. A little bit of a vocal smoothness one time, 3 different levels of vocals. See what this one's all about. Lyrics: Yosang, San, Wooyoung, Eden, all under MATZ, Pepperoni, Olive, Door. Jesus, that's a long list. Composition: Eden, all under MATZ, Pepperoni, Olive, Door. Arrangements: Eden, all under MATZ, Pepperoni, Olive, and Door. All right. I don't even know. I'm not even gonna guess what this is gonna sound like. Let's just get over. I love how subtle the chord progression is in the background. Because you hear it, and you can feel it, but it's not that loud. That's cool. Big loud O, breathy rest of the line. I'm getting a different level of appreciation for Yu Wooyoung's vocals this era. Shout out you. Hi, Yosang. Contrast, baby. Low 808 beat, high vocal. Yosang breaking up the head voice one time. Oh, I love that after that low start, all three got involved with the high vocals there. And then of course we're back into the O prominent pre-chorus. Very subtle two-part harmony going on here. First punch is that 808 is, the vocals are actually quite high. And I think, like, if we're talking in the average vocal scale, even with Yosang's, like, way tuned down vocal there, I think this is probably the highest song on the album so far. Which is surprising, because I think this might be the most bass, one of the most bass prominent songs on the album, so you're getting, like, the really far extremes in terms of the scale that the song is written in. But with a surprising lack of a middle, like you don't really get a lot of that middle section. You get a lot of highs in the vocals, you get a lot of lows in the bass. You don't really get a lot of the middle, but it doesn't need a lot of the middle, which is really weird. It's typically on a song with such a prominent bass and such a prominent high top line, you kind of want a little bit of the middle as a filler to kind of like bulk up the song a little bit. But with this, I feel like it would take away from the charm of it had there been a middle section. It's a good gamble. I think, like, in terms of the composition side of things, this is a little bit of a gamble, but a gamble that really paid off because the execution of it is so clean because of it. Like, you really feel the power of that 808 really rattling your head. And once again, a song that is made to blow out your speakers. Like, if you're listening to this in your 25 or 30-year-old car stereo, good luck. Again, Geek Squad's gonna make bank off of this. But then you've got the really high vocals from everyone. Yosang especially, very surprising high voice, because recently he's got that mid to low range down pat. And admittedly, we got some of that in this song too, but man, when he sent it up there into his head voice and then had San and Wooyoung follow that up, that is, that's a tasty, tasty second verse right there. Keep her moving one time. Yuno and Mingi on Youth, track number 10. Lyrics, Mingi and Yuno. Composition, Mingi, Long Drive, The Need, and Quamo. Oh, very different music team just on this one alone. And then arrangement, Mingi, Long Drive, and The Need. Let's find out. I hear that bass line back there. Wow. I was not expecting such a chill tune to come up here. I almost expected this type of sound from the previous group, in all honesty.
때문에 우울해 있어 복잡한 세상이 아닌 내 마음이 나를 몇 곳에 놓아주질 않고 있어 정답을 몰라 머리가 아파 오르는 청춘이란 그 한 단어에
Hello, growing grass section.
지금을 즐기라고 더 듣기 힘든 말만 나오고 있어 그대는 그때를
I was wondering if Mingi was gonna switch up the flow during that. I love how relaxed he's taking this.
잠조차도 자기 힘든데 yeah. 현실의 꿈을 실현하기에 yeah, yeah. 난 너무 어려워 지금은 어려워 Say no 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 왜 이렇게 힘든 걸까요 왜 그렇게 잘못했나요 술 한잔에 yeah. 털어버리나요 yeah. 왜 이렇게
It's so chill and it's so nice. And after all the intensity that we've gotten, very nice break. You know, also, I think his voice is more naturally suited to this type of music, but they're both got that relaxed sound locked in. Are we in the bridge already? Oh shoot, oh my god, it's been 2.5 minutes already. I thought we were like a minute and a half in. Give me those octaves, boys. God, that's pretty. That's so pretty. What? Wait, hold on. Legitimately. Oh, why do I have the sniffles right now? Now is not the time. I need to enjoy my ATEEZ. But, genuinely? Where would they have been holding that one from? Because that's very nice. And it's not like a typical ATEEZ ballad either. It's almost got a loungy feel, like a slow lounge jazz type number, especially with the muted brass section in the background too. But man, they're so nice and smooth on it. I knew Mingi had a nice smooth voice, especially once he like slowed it down. I almost said it. You know what? I'm gonna say it. Slow it down, make it bouncy. It's not bouncy, but he definitely got the slow it down part right. But it's so slow, but it sounds so relaxed. Like this is the type of song where I feel like had there been like an extra amount of energy or even a little bit of bounce to it, it would have been so inappropriate. So it's like the musical equivalent of sitting back in a lawn chair, like ankles crossed, hands crossed behind your back, like this, with the breeze blowing, the sun shining, nice beverage on the side. It's so easy and it's so relaxed and it's a surprisingly slow song for what it is, but it doesn't feel sluggish at all. And sometimes on a nice smooth slow song like this, it sometimes can start to feel a little bit slow, especially for a song of this length. Like, this is a long song in this day and age, which is painful to say considering the music I listened to growing up was like average 4.5 minutes a song, because I listened to 80s stuff growing up. But like, it's a slow song that doesn't feel slow. In fact, it felt so fast. Like when I checked to see where the bridge was, like how far we were along in the song, I genuinely thought we were like only a minute and a half in, not 2.5 minutes in. That's a very well written song right there. And these two vocally, I love the pairing that they have. Mingi's got that kind of roughness, but also like once he mellows it down, he keeps that kind of laced, like very subtly laced roughness to it, but is so smooth with it. And I think Yuno's got a very naturally soft and clean tone that and range-wise, they pair so well together for me. Yunho's got that higher voice, Mingi's got that naturally lower tone, but they're singing in roughly the same key and the same register, and it's just, no, they're definitely singing the same key, similar registers, and the balance of this one is very good. It might be, in terms of like the mixing of it, my favorite song on the album, actually, because it's so easy to listen to. And it saves your speakers. All right, Jungho, you're on your own. Let's see what you got. This is track number 11, Everything. Lyrics by Jungho, Door, Eden, MATZ. Composition, Door, Eden, MATZ, Light Up. New producer. And then, arrangement. Chude Kwan of Mono Tree. All right. Jungho on a ballad. Prepare yourselves. I'm ready to be teleported into my OST phase. Have I mentioned I love a ballad? If I haven't, I love a ballad. Hello, background choir. That is a classic ballad riser, executed to perfection. Get your foot down, Jungho. Come on now. You go from the highest of highs to the lowest low in one bar. Well, one line. That's crazy. That's brazy. Nice cymbal roll to finish. And foot off the sustain pedal. Look. I have a great relationship with a ballad. The ballad genre is one of those that I find a tremendous amount of emotional comfort from. It doesn't matter who the artist is or what type of ballad it is. a nice, slow, emotional ballad with really pretty instruments and an absolutely gorgeous vocal top line will play into my heart every single time, never failing. Jongho is so good at what he does. It doesn't matter if it's a really high intensity like dance song or just the softest of a ballad. His vocals are going to be everything. Pun not intended, but it worked out nicely. Because the song's called Everything. But yes, this ballad is everything. I love Jongho's voice. There are power vocalists out there who have that really nice, strong, powerful tone. Not everyone can do the very soft and delicate to the same level as this man right here. He, as a vocalist, is on a different level. He always has been. He has been tremendous ever since his debut. From the get-go, his vocal prowess has been unbelievable. And to pair his voice with just an absolutely gorgeous ballad soundtrack like that, chef's kiss. I've always said on an emotional ballad, the most effective way to do it is one voice, one instrument. That's it. Preferably if that instrument is being played by the vocalist. So to start off the song, soft vocal, piano only. It couldn't have started any better. And then you get that rush, you start getting more instruments. You get that second rush, that big riser into the chorus. And it's just so peak ballad code. It's so ballad coded. It's essentially a perfect ballad for me. I forget if I've heard him on OST, if we've listened to any OST Saturdays from specifically Jongho that's in the ballad realm. I'm pretty sure we've had an ATEEZ OST at some point. I might be mistaken. It might be that Japanese release I'm thinking of, but God. It's like OST Saturday came early for me because we have a series called OST Saturdays on the channel. We just kind of run through a handful of OSTs that drop during the week. And, you know, those go out on Saturdays. This, if you told me if this was a ballad, like blindly listened to it, and you told me this was Jongho OST, I would not question it one bit. It's so pretty, and I can see so many different possibilities of like scenes and shows where this could be like thrown in as the BGM for. Oh. Jongho, you special human being, man. I love you. Oh. And that, of course, takes us to one final song on this album. This is the finale song, Finale: Will. It looks like possibly either a narration or one more instrumental track. No lyrical credits. Composition One Last Time. Eden, Olander, MATZ, Pepperoni, Olive, and Door. Arrangements Eden, Olander, MATZ, Pepperoni, Olive, and Door. All right, here we go.
What does emotion mean to you? Are you still tormented by the pain from the past? Have you ever panicked and felt broken by sadness? Have you ever lost yourself in overwhelming fear? Have you ever felt so dumb that you wanted to be alone in this world?
Where's this going? I forget. Is it MATZ that does the narration for these ATEEZ songs? Because I'm pretty sure I remember reading in the comment section of when we checked out MATZ himself that he does the narration for ATEEZ stuffs.
Happiness ever lifted you up? Have you ever been inspired by a dream that felt both far and clear? Have you ever found comfort in the laughter of children? Have you ever fallen in love? What does emotion mean to you?
Wow. What a flourish. Keep the harmonies. Oh, now this is the finale song right here. Like, this is very much the type of song you would hear as the members leave the stage after a concert. Ending credits. You've got the credit scroll going. Is that how it ends? That is how it ends. These interlude songs on this album, spine-tingling. It's so pretty. Finale Will is gorgeous beyond, like, comprehension. It's one of those songs where it's kind of like, well, interestingly enough, because, you know, the music team is very similar to this group. Dreamcatcher's outro Mother Nature from Apocalypse for Us. Right? Yeah, Apocalypse for Us from Vision era. Outro Mother Nature very much has that same vibe where it's got that almost like nature feeling where you can, the kind of pulsing synths almost sounds like bird calls from far away. It's got that really nice muffled reverb where it feels like the song is coming from somewhere around you, but it's not like directed at you. It's meant to just fill the space around you. And if it is MATZ on the narration, it's got the storytelling elements to it as well. It's got the really nice, gently mixed vocal chords going on in there as well, and it feels like a definitive conclusion to a long adventure, which, I mean, to be fair, considering this album listen ended up being 2 parts, was a very long adventure indeed, but it's just so pretty, and the Edenary guys are so good at these little filler tracks, like the intros and outros and interludes. They're so good at it. ATEEZ is like intros and outros have always been really good for me. DC's intros and outros have always been really good for me. Of course, once again, the commonality between the two being the music team, the Edenary guys, and they understand how to do music, and I love them to bits. There's a reason why probably 2 of my favorite groups from, you know, boy group and girl group respectively are both done by the same music team. I mentioned that in the beginning as part 1 as well, but man, that's just so pretty, man. Okay, it's December 1st. We have 30 more days until the end of the year. There is not a lot of time for rankings and stuff to change on my like year-end countdown list because I am planning on doing that again this year. That album from Bouncy Era was already sitting pretty high on that list. Admittedly, there have been some really good albums this year that are really pushing for that #1 album spot. Episode finale is making a really solid case for pushing album of the year. I don't say that lightly because some of the albums up there are spectacular. I enjoyed the living daylights out of them. This album, though, like, personal bias aside, because if I had to choose an alt boy group, it'd probably be ATEEZ at this point. But this album has so much going on for it, but has so much done at such a high level. There's something for everyone. And genuinely, there are so many songs on here that could become my favorite song of the day. It depends on what mood you're in for. Admittedly, B-side of the album still for me is going to be Silverlight. Like, that song is a solid 11.5 out of 10, but ATEEZ and their music just does not miss for me, and it makes it so easy to love it. But also, this album just packs so much of a punch. But it's like, once it starts becoming a little bit overwhelming, they soften the blow a little bit, or they make it go really pretty, or they change up the style a little bit. And then once you get reacclimatized, or like, that once your body has calmed down a little bit, they push that intensity back up a little bit. And it's such a well-controlled album to the point where, yes, your speakers might have died by the end of this, but you're going to have a great time listening to it. Man. I mentioned this before the title track, but I filled out a PhD application, like finished a PhD application earlier today. And I'm glad I waited to do all this until after that, because my brain is mush right now. Entirely expected, of course, because this is ATEEZ we're talking about here, and this is just going to be an experience, but I'm so musically overloaded at the moment. But the fact that it's ATEEZ that's done it is so expected, and it's not the first time this happened. In fact, every single ATEEZ era this happens. And yet I come back for more. I sound like a masochist to say that. Ugh. But anyways, ATEEZ did ATEEZ stuff and have absolutely knocked it out of the park once again, and have made my life a little bit more difficult in choosing album of the year. So thank you, gentlemen. It was a blast. It was an honor, and I had so much fun. Hopefully you did as well, but that is it from me today. Finally, with all of the ATEEZ stuff out of the way for today. Thank you all for listening along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today. Let's work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.